This is Meowth. Okay, I'm going to dance for you guys. So I'm going to share to you guys my skills, or the skills I use on PvP or PvE. Disclaimer, uh it's the skills that I myself used or find comfortable in using. So I don't know if it is effective to you guys or you're comfortable with using this. So yeah, okay, let's go to skills first for PvP. So for PvP, for clerics, actually we need to give damage, right? Because it's PvP. So for PvP, my main damage is this skill, this Sinbreaker Judgment. This is like the go-to skills for cleric for damage. And then for the type, I don't really know what to call this three. All I call this is, like the ABC. I don't know. So for Sinbreaker, in this, the type chart, the type of damage or the type effects. Okay, effects that I choose is this one, but it has a cooldown of 10 seconds. So yeah, but you can use this too. It has 10 seconds, or this, it has 12. Its damage is much more great than this one. So I only changed to this one or this one. So Sinbreaker for main damage for my cleric. And I use this because it gives you extra 25% critical rate and inflict with stun for 1.5 seconds. I know the stun doesn't last long, but at least it has critical rate. And then for this, it gives, it makes enemy weak for 6 seconds. But I really rarely use this too. Yeah, it's always this one, even if the cooldown is much longer. Now that is the main damage. Now for the second one, is Judgment Strike Light. Another for damage, this one. Judgment Strike Light. And for the effect, because our Sinbreaker have 14 seconds cooldown, you have to choose the second damage, your other second damage, have to have shorter cooldown. So you either choose this one that inflicts enemy with Holy Judgment for 8 seconds, or this one that inflicts enemy same Holy Judgment. The only difference is that this one's skill distance is bigger than this one, but they have the same cooldown, which is 8 seconds. This would be nice because this gives another extra 25% critical rate, but the problem is it has 12 seconds cooldown. Always remember, you are in PvP. Cooldown is also important. So it's either this or this. Now, because clerics are weak to receiving damage, I use this for healing. Okay? It has actually healing effects, but let's not talk about that. See, it gives healing effect too, but I don't use that for PvP, but I use this or this one. It has 10 seconds cooldown because it gives it deal extra 100% holy damage to target and stun for 2 seconds. It gives stun for 2 seconds. Now, the problem with this effect of Angelic Paladin is that it has a, smaller skill range. So you have to, like, uh, closer to the enemy when you use this skill. And then for the last one, in your skill build in PvP, you should put healing all the time. So my main healing, I don't really know what to call this, is Holy Light Proverbs. This one. Oh no, I'm busy. Holy Light Proverbs. And then this is the effect that I use, because this two effect is for support, and this effect is for PvP. For you, it has 314.4% and skill range around caster. So yeah, this 4 is what I usually use on PvP, especially on point of battle. And then for mastery skills, if I use those, what I use is this is I know. Why did I make this, full? Because clerics are quite weak in when it comes to receiving damage, so you need as much healing, and then you make your main damage full for your main damage, and then I distribute one each. It's not because they don't have relevance, it's because the skill points is not enough. So yeah, this is for PvP. Now let's go for PvE. So for PvE, it depends on your party, but usually I give full support. So I give pure heal or give, buff to my what you call party. So what I use is first my main healing, main healing is Holy Light Proverbs, and then this is for PvP, then this two is for PvE. This two you can choose. It depends on your party if they need more defense or more attack. So you can use defense for this and then attack for this. So yeah, this two is for PvE and main healing, this one. And then the other one is Angelic Paladin. I still use Angelic Paladin. I know, not Angelic Paladin. It was this. I use this. I use Crucis Array Vertex and this one. I told you I am on full support. So it's generate healing array around caster for 6 seconds. 12 seconds cooldown, quite long. So you have to stay at the back. I always stay at the back of my party. Unlike other clerics who, have good builds, who can deal damage longer. Now, for the fourth or for the last, it's either Blessed Bomb or Light's Dominion. But mostly, I use Blessed Bomb. Why? Because Blessed Bomb concentrates on 1% of your party. Example, you follow someone who is targeted by the boss or who was pulling aggro. So Blessed Bomb actually helps making that person concentrates on that person. That's what I've observed. Okay, I don't know if this is, but that's what I observed, because last time when my guildmates, we were doing party in a dungeon, I just realized Blessed Bomb is not around caster. It doesn't cast healing around caster, but it casts healing on a certain person in your party. Usually the tank. It gives healing to the tank or the person nearest you, or the person with a lower HP in your party. So in this and the thing that I love about Blessed Bomb is that it has lower cooldown, 8 seconds each. So yeah, it is faster. So you either choose between these two. These two. You can choose this to give inflict enemy with light fire for 6 seconds. Inflict enemy with light fire for 6 seconds, or inflict enemy with blind for 6 seconds. And it also gives what you call this, heal blast bombs. So yeah, I use this or this, but for now what I use is this 163. Anyway, you can choose. Actually, in building your skills, you just have to look at your skills and then, explore, choose the effect, and then experiment on the skills that mm, um, that makes you comfortable in using. And if you are in PvE and you don't want to do pure heal, you can actually use Sinbreaker Judgment, Wrath of God. Yep, I also use this on dungeons as of now. But during level 60 above dungeon, I do full heal because clerics are quite important in level 60 dungeons. So yeah, as much as possible I give support and buff to my party, and I don't really care about giving damage. I just avoid the what you call that, the skills of the boss or the attacks of the boss, or sometimes I go behind the boss. But it depends on the strategy of our party. Example, on Plague Valley, we always go at the right side, all of us. So I have to stick with all my party. Always remember, when you are a cleric, do not stay far away from your party. You are supposed to give support. How can you give support when you are far from them? So stay closer to your party so that they can receive healing and buff from you. Okay? Yeah, that's all. That's actually what I always do. And then listen to what the party leader has to say or the strategy that they wanted to do. Don't make yourself struggle in using cleric skills. Always just remember. And anyway, if you are quite sad about cleric not being good at PvP, don't be, or cleric always being beaten up by necromancer in PvP. Don't be sad, because cleric, it wasn't built for PvP, it was built for PvE. Decline. So yeah, that's all. I just hope you guys, I I forgot to give the master points for PvE. So I already told you the full heal that I use. It was Crisis Array, Holy Lights Proverbs, Blessed Bombs, and Paladin Sword. No, Paladin Sword. Yeah, this 4. So for the mastery points, let's reset this one. I always make sure this one is full for mastery points. This is for PvE, okay? And then after that, you gave this one full. And then this. So yeah, this is what I do in my mastery points. You can follow this or not, but just few reminders. These are just the skill build that I am comfortable and I think is effective for me. So I don't know if it is effective to you. So I'm just sharing, and thank you for watching till the end. I hope you liked the video and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just comment on the comment section, because I may be able to answer all your questions. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.